Welcome to Space Matrix. The worlds of politics and business have collided again. This time, it's Coca-Cola versus Donald Trump. Coca-Cola's latest initiative has triggered a fierce backlash from the former president, igniting a new front in the culture wars. This isn't just about a soda or a policy, it's about the growing power struggle between corporations and political figures. Coca-Cola, a global icon, is facing off against Trump, a political heavyweight with a loyal base. The stakes are high. The outcome could reshape how companies engage with social and political issues. At the center is Coca-Cola's bold new policy, framed as a move for global unity and environmental responsibility. Critics, led by Trump, see it as corporate overreach and political activism gone too far. Trump's response has turned a business decision into a national debate, forcing consumers to pick sides. Coca-Cola now faces a test of its values and its bottom line. We'll break down the company's initiative, Trump's reaction, and what this clash means for the future of corporate activism. With expert insights and the latest data, we'll explore the consequences for both sides. This is a defining moment in the relationship between business and politics. The world is watching to see who will blink first. Let's dive in. The controversy erupted on October 1, 2025, when Coca-Cola unveiled the Unity Carbon Initiative. The company pledged billions for carbon capture and reforestation, aiming for carbon neutrality by 2040. The twist? Funding would come partly from a new global citizenship surcharge, a few cents added to product prices in developed countries. This fee would fund climate projects in developing nations, linking consumers in wealthy countries to global environmental efforts. Supporters hailed it as bold and necessary, positioning Coca-Cola as a leader in sustainability. But critics slammed the surcharge as a global tax imposed by a private company. They argued it was an overreach, blurring the line between business and government. The backlash was swift, with opponents questioning whether corporations should drive international wealth redistribution. The initiative, meant to unite, instead sparked division. Coca-Cola's attempt to lead on climate change had become a lightning rod in the culture wars. The stage was set for a showdown. Trump wasted no time responding. On Truth Social, he blasted the Unity Carbon Initiative as a globalist scam and a woke tax on Americans. He called for a nationwide boycott of Coca-Cola, framing the company as betraying American values. Trump's message was simple and effective, turning a complex policy into a rallying cry. The hashtag #JewBoycottCoke exploded online, with viral videos of supporters dumping Coke products. Conservative media amplified the outrage, painting Coca-Cola as abandoning its roots. For Trump, this was more than a policy dispute. It was a chance to energize his base and dominate headlines. The boycott became a symbol of the broader culture war, with everyday purchases turning into political statements. Trump's strategy: position himself as the defender of real America against corporate elites. The battle lines were drawn. The economic fallout was immediate. Coca-Cola's stock dropped nearly 4% after the boycott call, erasing billions in value. Early sales data showed a 5–7% decline in Trump-leaning regions, while sales in liberal cities held steady or rose. The brand, once universally loved, was now sharply polarized. Polls showed Coca-Cola's favorability plummeting among Republicans, but rising among Democrats. The company scrambled to defend its initiative, launching a PR campaign to reframe the debate. But controlling the narrative proved difficult with Trump leading the opposition. Coca-Cola faced a dilemma: back down and risk alienating progressives, or stand firm and endure a prolonged backlash. The company's decades-old image of unity was at risk. The financial and reputational stakes had never been higher. The outcome would set a precedent for how brands navigate political minefields. The crisis was far from over. Analysts see this as a classic case of modern political warfare. By targeting Coca-Cola, Trump sent a message: no brand is safe from the culture wars. Experts are split. Some say Coca-Cola miscalculated by adding a surcharge that could be spun as a tax. Others argue the move could build loyalty with younger, values-driven consumers. The polarization of society means every corporate action is now political. Coca-Cola's bold stance was bound to attract attention and opposition. Trump's attack was predictable, but effective. This clash is now a case study in the risks and rewards of corporate activism. The intersection of business, politics, and culture has never been more treacherous. For companies, neutrality is no longer an option. The battle between Coca-Cola and Trump is a sign of things to come. The stakes go far beyond soda. The ripple effects extend far beyond Coca-Cola. Boardrooms across America are rethinking their own social and environmental initiatives. The fear of becoming the next boycott target is real. Some may choose green hushing, keeping sustainability efforts quiet. For Trump's base, the boycott is a powerful organizing tool, turning consumer choices into political acts. This trend is reshaping the marketplace, with brands increasingly aligned along political lines. Globally, Coca-Cola's initiative may win praise in markets where climate action is a priority. The company is betting that international gains will offset domestic backlash. The era of universal brands may be ending, replaced by red and blue products. The culture wars are fragmenting the consumer landscape. The idea of a unifying national brand is fading fast. The Coca-Cola-Trump clash is a turning point for corporate activism. The old rule, business and politics don't mix, is dead. Companies are now expected to take stands, but bold moves come with real risks. Coca-Cola's gamble that consumers will reward courage and global responsibility. Trump's victory, mobilizing his base and forcing a corporate giant onto the defensive. The outcome will shape how brands approach social issues for years to come. This battle isn't just about soda, it's about the future of power, influence, and values in a divided world. The line between boardroom and political arena is gone. The only certainty, the culture wars are now everyone's business. What happens next will define the next era of corporate and political life. Stay tuned.